Okay, here is the start of the commentary on episode 7 of SVB. This is our first Star Wars parody in the series. We have done 3 so far. Currently, we're up to 37 episodes. We're starting season 7 in the summer. Yeah, this is our first Star Wars parody. I honestly don't think we're gonna do any more than 3 of them. Just because, the 3 that we did were our 3 favorites. Episode 3, 5, and 6 of Star Wars were our favorites to parody, so that's why those are the only ones we're gonna do. But obviously this is the Revenge of the Sith parody. You have no idea what a bitch this part was to do. The Star Wars font and everything. Yeah. This part wasn't too difficult, but for some reason I couldn't get the fading to look right for the longest time when it fades out, when the Spartans Versus Beanies fades out. But this episode 7, Revenge of Darth Tai part, took forever to get it to where it would scroll right, but also still be readable. It was either one or the other. I couldn't figure out what was going on, but then I eventually figured out that I had to do it frame by frame to get it to look exactly how I wanted it. Originally, the episode was actually called just Darth Tai. I don't know why we called it just that, but I decided to change it. When I reanimated it, I changed the title to Revenge of Darth Tai. So, just because I thought that fit better with Revenge of the Sith. This new, what would you call it, the prologue in the beginning, I guess you would call it, where, it summarizes what is about to happen, or where it summarizes what did happen and brings you up to speed and brings you into episode 7. There was massive spelling errors in the one that we originally made, the reanimated episode. Obviously, that's one of the things I wanted to fix, so there's no spelling errors in it. This part, they were just all spread out throughout the giant house that they're in, trying to find the Beanie Base, even though it's right fucking across the hall from them. And originally, I didn't mention Fort Cortana at all in episode 7, but in this episode 7 I mentioned it, because just to tie it to season 6 better. This part, I was actually surprised how many people noticed that the Zen Dragon's voice was the old audio, and the reason for that is because my friend Ilif, who voiced him, can't do the accent that he did for the Zen Dragon anymore. I don't know why he can't do it, but we tried 100 times, it felt like, but he just couldn't do it. So I was just like, you know what, screw it, I don't want to mess his voice up, we'll just use the old audio. And it's not too bad, so that's why I didn't really mind using it. It doesn't sound as good as the other stuff, but I'd rather have it sound a little worse than mess his voice up. This part is way funnier than before, just because the Zen Dragon's expressions fit what he's saying now. He'll stop when he's talking and stuff. Before it was just a picture. So that part was so hard to do too, to get him to flip, because I just kept getting my hands in the shot. And a lot of people asked me why I did that circle transition right there, and the reason I did it was because if you watch Star Wars, watch any of them, George Lucas loves to do those fucking weird transitions. I don't know why, so I don't like doing them. I think they look kind of stupid personally, but George Lucas just does them constantly, so I threw one in there for Star Wars' sake, I guess you could call it. This scene just gets me, I don't know why. It's just this long scene of just him standing there, and the music's like, oh, no, no, no. A big thank you to Frank Mocatel for reanimating the lightsaber effects, because I don't know how to do them, to be completely honest. That part where Jesse's like corkscrewing through the air, that part was actually filmed with him on top of a can of pop, and I edited out the can of pop. I just thought that was a interesting tidbit, because I didn't want to hold him because it's a pain in the ass to edit out hands, so I just put him on top of a Coke can, or I don't remember if it was, I think it was Pepsi, yeah, so. But this part I remember was my friend Jonathan's idea. Just this really satirical scene of, what did you change about me? That was all his idea. But I really like changing the credits for this episode with the star background and the font change. I think I'm going to do that every time I parody something now, but I am also going to change the credits up a little bit to make them look a little better. I don't like using the Halo font for everything. It looks kind of cheesy, so the font, I just liked how this looked a lot better. It was a lot cleaner, so I'm going to start using probably this font for the credits from now on, because I really liked this one. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I am going to get to work on episode 8 now. Bye, guys.